What's going on, y'all boys? It's your boy Killer Camry coming at y'all boys with another interview today, man. And today we got the Forrest Gump of the Broward County rap scene. You ever seen the movie Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
You know he was around every major event that was going on.
Yeah.
I feel like I was looking back on your stuff. You'd be like around. He was like around like a lot of stuff. Like.
Yeah, I was chilling, dog. Giving that rap shit a break to get the everything else in order. You know, a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, they just try to make it look good.
But I stay in the scene just so niggas see my face and I'm relevant. Niggas know.
Yeah, I'll say most fans probably know you from the Lockjaw video when you had your single scene spreading in there.
Yeah, dog. You know what happened? Fucking, we was at that video, and I asked the nigga, I was like, yo, they talking about all this money shit. What happened? Why nobody ain't spread? You know, that Broward thing. He's like, you got money? I was like, yeah, I got a little 5,000 on me. Boom.
A little 5,000?
5,000. And he was like, oh yeah, let me get you a solo scene right here by yourself over here.
And that was just the director?
That was the director, yeah.
How'd you find out about the video going on? It was just like everybody knew that shit?
Somebody called me. Somebody was like, yo, Kodak got a video over there for the Lockjaw. And I was just listening to that song, like handing down from Fort Myers somewhere. I was up the road doing some shit. And I was hearing it. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he snapped on this shit.
Yeah.
And then somebody called me like, yo, the Lockjaw video ain't pumping up right now. I was like, well, I'll pull it up. Pulled up, all my homies was in the video doing with the dirt bikes and shit.
Yeah.
So.
I saw Baby was in the video too. Mm-hmm. So did you, like, when you did that, you was like, oh yeah, I'm for sure gonna be in the video? Or you was like, I ain't making
I knew 100%.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. They give you like a whole 5 seconds. That's like a big part of the video, damn near.
I had to stamp that shit for Bride, man. Let them know.
I saw you was also in a more recent Asian Doll video with King Von co-acting with you.
Yeah.
So how was that being on set with King Von? He's like,
he cool, you feel me? He humble, but he did say something to us. He was like, cause his girl had to do like a scene where she was dancing in the back. I'm gonna need y'all boy to come from back here. Yeah, I was like, okay. We don't want to see her. We good.
Yeah, vibing. All right, so before we get into Jugglord, who is Dollaz?
Dollaz, bro. Like that was right before I had found myself, like motion wise. Like I was just like exploring, trying to find the right name that I wanted to put out and present to the world, like in full. Like, and then like Dollaz sounded like it was a good name, but
Where'd you get Dollaz? Just like the Dollaz?
Basically, you know, the Don of everything and money. You know,
yeah.
Dollaz, the money, the Don of everything. Yep.
And then Jugglord came from just.
My homeboy one day was like, my homeboy DJ was like, oh, bro, what about Jugglord for a mixtape cover? And I was like, what about that as a name? Because I liked it. And then I just went with it from there. And then the meaning of it for me, like, you know, jugging everything. I'm the Lord of jugging, all that shit. So that's just, I was like, it's perfect.
Yeah, that would have been a raw name for a mixtape too, but it's also a raw.
I did, I dropped a couple.
So you dropped a self-titled?
Yeah. It's a couple, I got a couple Jugglord series out.
But those like throwback.
Throwback shit, so still go check them out because they lit.
Before we, right? Huh? Yeah, you're good. I got an ashtray right there behind, putting your phone up. It's a lighter in there too. But before we get into like the, you know, just everything that you had like motion-wise in your career so far, you got to take it back to the beginning for people that's not familiar with you. So I know you born in Miami. Mm-hmm. And then what part of Broward would you say you rep as far as where you moved to?
Margate, obviously. I'm from the in town, dog. I'ma always rock with that. You know, I fuck with Lauderhill too, cause I went to school over there. Yo, why is this man calling me? I went to school over there, and I fought with a lot of niggas from that side. That's how I like met Tank and them boys. They went to Piper with me and shit.
Oh, so when you went to high school, you went to Piper?
I went to Piper. I went to 3 different high schools, but Piper was the last one.
Okay. But you was growing up primarily like as far as like in Broward growing up,
Margate,
would you say like?
I was living in Margate for like 15 years. And then I moved to Lauderhill area for the remainder of my time. Then I moved to Fort Lauderdale when I got older, 20, 21, 22. Mm-hmm. And then from there I just motion, dog.
Yeah.
Maneuvering around the city, but you know I'm gonna rep Margate to the end.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to rep Margate even though they be from over there.
Niggas know we have emotion over there now. Niggas can't deny us. They can't. I don't care what hood you from and you say our hood is what's up, nigga. We made our hood the hood, nigga. Them had to come bring the feds to stop our emotion. So end of the day, wherever you getting your money at, that's where your hood at, bro. Like. Ain't nothing pussy about our hood. We standing on business, everything. So fuck a nigga.
Yeah, for sure. So when you came, what age would you move from Dade to Broward?
I think I was like 8.
8.
I was 8 when I moved to Margate.
How were your parents like as far as like on you growing up? Like were they like hard?
They trying to get us away from all the killing and shit that was going on in Miami. Like I had seen somebody die when I was 5. So
damn.
Like my mom was running from that and they didn't want us to be. And my brother had died right before we moved from the projects. He got hit by a car and shit.
Your blood brother?
Older brother.
He
older than me. So like he was older than me before he died. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, I kind of came to Broward on some like let's restart, let's vibe over here.
And then like everybody kind of picked up off our energy low key when we was younger and just, you know, we brought that shit to the hood, like the street shit to the hood. Everybody was there.
So when you was in school, you played any sports or you was straight just on some outside?
Played baseball, football.
Baseball?
Got MVP trophies.
In baseball?
Baseball, yeah.
What position you played?
I played pitcher and outfield. I
You
played
said-
pitcher and outfield.
And you said basketball and football?
I played football. I didn't play basketball. I wasn't on the court. But I got MVP trophies in football. I played fullback and I played linebacker.
You lucky you could be a good linebacker. So you playing these like in high school too, or was it just
I got
like
to high
literally?
school, and when I got to Court Glaze, like I went to the summer camp and I did all. Let me hit that. I went to the summer camp and I did all that shit.
Oh, Glaze got a good baseball program.
No, football, I ain't even do the
football.
baseball. I stopped baseball middle school type shit. I stopped baseball middle school because, you know, me being from the hood and shit, like I just didn't, I don't know, I just felt like people used to like laugh at us and shit because we played baseball, me and my twin brother.
Yeah.
And I just really, I just gave the baseball shit up because I don't know. Just, you know.
Yeah, baseball, it is like on some soccer shit where like
I
if you
liked
play
the shit, it just, I don't know, I didn't really have the time to explore it like that because I was doing other shit.
Yeah. So you said you got to high school, that's when you was already on some making money independently
making
shit?
money shit, like I was there. When I was in 9th grade and security had called my house because I had $1,500 on me in school. Like, they like, how? How does this man have more than my paycheck on me?
On them.
Like, you know, security had to call my mom and figure out what the fuck I was doing, but I was just trying to.
But how'd they catch you with $1,500? You were just flexing in school?
Flexing in school, being young as fuck, bro. Like, I was in the school and then.
What school is this?
Court Glaze. I was in class,
yeah.
and you know, just to show off all the bitches I had. Like, I had a jacket similar to this, and then I had the money in my pocket. And I dropped it on the floor on purpose and picked it up, type shit. And then the teacher called. The security was like, "Oh, he has so much money on him." And then they called my mom and shit. But my mom was like, "He got a job and shit."
Yeah.
But whatever.
They was trying to take the money, or they tried to like confiscate it? They just took it to
They
the
wasn't
office.
getting that no way, no matter what. So they can't even confiscate my phone. I started living with my mom when I was in 11th grade, so.
Oh, 11th grade, you moved out like solo?
Solo, had my own apartment, car.
Oh, you was like going that hard in the streets? Like,
Yeah,
money.
bro. I'll tell you, we was motion. Like, we was getting to it. Niggas, all them boys from the gate used to come to my apartment over there in Lauderhill. I had my own apartment when I was 17.
And you had your own apartment going to school still? Mm-hmm. And you graduated from Piper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still graduated. I was going to school. That shit was raw though, cause like everybody, you know.
Yeah, that's like the spot. Yeah.
Leave from school and like we going to his apartment. Like one of the kids from the school.
Yeah.
Had his own apartment and car, so that was lit.
You had all the hoes pull up, just all that.
Yeah, but I was in a little relationship, so I didn't even get to enjoy that. That shit was whack. But all the bitches used to pull up, and I used to have to watch it. Like fuck, that could be me. I could be sliding her in this back room.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy. High school having your own apartment. That's like some like people can't get an apartment like as an adult.
type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you work a 9 to 5 at all, or was it just straight making outside making money?
I had a job at Penn Dutch when I was 16.
Penn Dutch?
Penn Dutch. I quit that shit, got in the streets. Then I tried another job. I went to a racetrack. I was working at the gas station for a minute, but I was making a lot of money from that gas station because I ain't gonna lie. My dog calling me from the jailhouse. We gotta answer this one during this call. This nigga.
That's raw. You got him on the interview.
Real shit, man. My little nigga, free my little nigga. He on his way out, bro.
Our records show you do not have an account or enough funds to complete this call.
Yeah.
To pay for just this call using your credit or debit card, please press 1. To decline this call, press 4. This call will cost 13 cents per. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yeah, we in the middle of an interview. You.
I was trying to see how long ago you paid that bill.
Oh yeah, he's stressing. Yo, that's that pressure when you know you got a bond, but you not.
They just called. they just caught the people out there. And my
You ain't made that one. Your bond is paid, big fella. We been paid it. The bond's been that shit through. You'll be out at like 2 o'clock. Trust me.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, I just got out the spray. They ain't call my name. They called like 10 other people.
Damn, you in there stressing. Bond, you got a bond though. It's paid, so.
You already know.
Yeah, that's that pressure when you used to sleeping on a nice, comfy bed, eating how you like to. Can't run around the block and go get that food you love, ain't it? That's pressure right there. That is not. Yeah, the juice was still in the car. I was gonna drink it, but I ain't, you know, I was like, it's a little hot.
This shit bricks in here too, bro. This shit cold as fuck.
What you got to say for the interview?
Minor setback, man, for a major comeback. This shit ain't nothing. You know me? Can't let that bitch get to me. That shit, man. I'm finna get out there.
Back to your emotion?
Trying to run this shit up, man.
Yeah.
So, alright, Black, bet it up.
Yeah, you already know though. Nigga got that shit taken care of, bro. It's already done. Yo. Yeah, you feel that pressure when you behind that. But I try to tell you, a young nigga too. 18.
And he just got locked up, what, last night, you said?
Crazy. Yeah. I be trying to tell that boy that jail cell is not the way to spend your time.
Yeah, that's super crazy. But you were saying you was working 9 to 5. You was working at racetrack making a lot of bread.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I had to figure out, like I was watching over the cameras for like 8 months, to be honest. Watching over the camera cause I got cool with the managers, and then I just started raking. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? I quit that shit.
Yeah.
Bought off of that shit, had a kid, jumped in the street head first, started running it up, got to my shit.
I was gonna ask you about that. So you have a daughter.
Yeah.
So did that motivated you to get in the streets and start making more money?
More like, yeah, because I wanted to make sure they secure. I wanted to make sure like my kids could do what they want to do all the time. So that's what I did. They had great birthdays to this day. Like they done been on, my son done been on yachts and shit, jet skis, all that.
Oh, you got a son too?
Yeah, my son is my firstborn.
Would you say they helped motivate you to get in the studio, like to start recording too, to get in the studio, like that first thing? Or was that just some totally
I ain't
different
gonna lie.
thing you wanted to do?
I was making so much money at the time when I had my kid, I wasn't even focused on the music shit. That's why I probably like I was doing it, but like half-assing because I just was like caught up in the streets, bro. Like the streets, that shit a trap, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to give the music shit more attention, but that wasn't what was paying. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do the music shit, but I'm gonna just put out music, make videos, and I'm gonna still make money. I don't give a fuck what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard. I be seeing with like a lot of upcoming artists, like the hardest thing, like, cause it's easy to do music, but like you're not making no money doing music.
Money.
It's hard. It's really hard to keep up with it.
But like now, you know, nigga own a couple businesses, so it's like it's time to go, cause now the business is helping push forward, and I ain't gotta sit around and make moves all day just to get my cheese, cause it's already.
Oh, so you got like real like LLC type businesses?
A couple of them. Making motion too. I got my label. My label, you know, I did the independent drop through Alamo Records and Sony and Rockstar. That's independent. I got 35% of that. That goes straight to my bank account.
And it's still getting residuals from
That
it?
shit just happened with the Trapland feature.
Oh, so that
right there, that was the first drop for my label, the business side. And
so Sophie is kind of under your label.
I just had did it for a single deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to see what would shake.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you about that a little like more in the interview, but like how like you basically kind of be on some manager shit almost, also as an artist.
Cause like I like the business side. The money is in the business side of things. So with me, bro, like I want to do the music shit because I love the shit. I want to do that side, you know. I want them to feel my music and shit, but I mainly want to I want to own the label. I want to Jay-Z this shit. I want to Master P this shit, Birdman, whatever you call it, bro. Like, cause like the connects I got enough connects I could get niggas on. Like, that's what I'm saying. But you know, I put it in a way where now, cause you know, I starting to see the business side. Like a lot of artists say they want this shit bad, but it's like it's in your face and then you fold it. So I'm not gonna be working with artists that's not putting themselves forward first. If you're not willing to spend your last dollar, why would I? If you're not willing to spend your money, why would I? So I'm working on, like, you gotta be an established artist, you gotta be ready to go, bro. You gotta be.
You've been noticing that with a lot of artists you've been trying to work with, they've been like bullshit.
So like now I'm particular who I even want to work with. Like the last person I was gonna work with was somebody like it was an international artist. We was going to his show. I was gonna talk to him about the distribution stuff and get working with like artists like that. What was his name? Chocolate. Buddy, he having a little emotion with his music, so I know I could step in on something like that, and make it work.
Yeah.
Feel me? And I'm not just all talk. Like I could show you. This is the label's email. This is that. It's full proof. So as long as you're willing to invest in yourself and your time, money, I got it. I can make it happen.
So when you was talking about the Alamo, Sony with WorldStar, was that a big package they have to put the music on WorldStar too?
It was 50 racks.
For all the, oh my God.
Yeah, 50 racks.
I saw you had in your other interview you was talking about Extortion Gang and how you were basically using that as far as investing into artists as well.
That was my first time like doing it. See, and with that, bro, them they got to literally the front door. Like labels was calling $150,000 deals and shit.
So what was the deal for? What did you have going that the labels was like, okay, let's give them the deal?
We wanted to give the two artists, which was, I ain't even saying no names, they ain't getting no clout on me. It was two artists, and they was supposed to get a deal together, and one of them went to jail. We pushed, like why he locked up, free this nigga, free that nigga, merch, all that got the Uzi even posted his shit, you feel what I'm saying?
What year was this? Like 2015?
I don't know, what year was that? I forget, bro. It was like 16, 15. But Uzi posted him, so you got all those niggas like saying free him and shit, but he got out like he was the big dog. Like honestly, I don't got an attitude like that, but I know my worth. I know what the fuck I bring to the table. So he got out with that little face, was like acting like he ain't need me no more to blow his career up. I say, well, if that's how you feel, then I'll exit, because I never signed no paperwork with these niggas. I done dropped 20, 30 racks behind these jits, took them across the world, all this shit. And Jit was acting like, oh, I'm not gonna sign no paperwork with you, because that's what I'm like, yo, before we go forward, let's do some paperwork so I can.
And that's when he got out. You decided let's get the paperwork.
Let's do paperwork and let's get this shit done. Mind you, I'm buying these niggas merch that I ain't never got money back to this day for hundreds of dollars, nigga, thousands. And still, Buddy felt like he could do it. I said, go ahead then. And to this day, Buddy, I don't even know what he doing now. Him and his own boys, them boys, I don't know. They just exited left.
Did that kind of rub you the wrong way as like a learning experience as far as not even wanting to manage or anything like that?
Yeah, that's why like the second time it was like paperwork. Like paperwork, that's it. And I'm not like, now I don't even waste my time with artists that's not, like I said, established or they not pushing themselves forward with their own money. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I've noticed that too, like with the Killer Camera stuff, like when an artist wants to promote their music, and I'm like, okay, like how many videos you got, how many views, and they got like one like trailer that they trying to promote. It's like, you're not really taking it serious, you just got like some bullshit SoundCloud song.
Exactly. Like, the artists think, oh, I could put out a song and I'm gonna take off. If I put it on YouTube, I'll take off, but business behind that shit, like a lot of artists, when they do put them shits on there, a lot of them they got an engine behind that shit, whether it's an independent label or it's somebody behind there putting they shit on playlists.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even notice that was a thing until that's the huge thing.
That's the thing. Like that's gonna be the difference this time with my drops. Like I'm not just dropping my shit on YouTube, this and that, nigga. I'm dropping everything. You getting the playlist and we getting all that. Say Cheese gonna be posting my shit.
Yeah. We
just got the deal. Like we got all that shit done today. So it ain't like once I'm dropping. Like niggas don't do that. They drop a song. You'll spend $12 on the outfit for the video, but to drop it on Say Cheese, they wanted $12.50. Set that shit. Yeah. Let's get this shit done. The video, we doing a release at fucking Playhouse. We gonna fucking spend more money, like pop out. Yeah. Like it gonna be a movie tomorrow for sure. But like,
what is that? They have like a damn like a deal you could buy. So like as far as drop music, or you could just.
What you mean?
That's Playhouse. Like you just get it. You just buy the section and just
run that shit. So we just called up some of the managers and shit. Was like, yo, we finna release our single party there. We want the whole left side of the club, and they was like, all right, bet.
And you just gotta pay for it.
Yeah, we pay for it. We have emotion, so that's nothing. For them 3 sections, gonna be like $1,500.
But that's all like you gonna be recording music videos and stuff.
I'm doing music video on that bitch, everything. You know.
So I'm interested to see, cause like your early SoundCloud career is like real. it's real SoundCloudy, like it's real like trendy at the
Because
time.
you know I was fucking with X and them boys and shit, so I was trying to like follow their wave a little bit. I ain't gonna even lie, like I was doing that little wave for a little minute, cause like I thought that's what the world was wanting at the moment. But you know what? I regret doing that, cause if I would have stuck with my shit and continued to do what I was doing, I would have been ahead of the wave that came now, which is what I've been doing. So that's what I get for trying to follow and copy niggas. That's why you shouldn't do that shit.
But at the time, that was the trend though. That music that you were dropping.
But I knew all the while that shit was gonna go right out. I knew all the while, but instead I wanted to follow behind it, which I never did. Like I said, if I would have stuck to my guns, I would have been ahead of all the Boston Richie, them niggas.
Yeah, you'd have been doing that.
I was already doing it, so I would have been ahead of it. But I went in that wave, and then I had to recreate and rebrand because I done went over this wave, and I got all these different fans, and then I stopped making music like that. So now I gotta gain new fans and convince everybody like, yeah, I've been in the streets. It's just I had to do this because I was trying to follow the wave and get my music out.
Yeah, see, it's weird because like you were there and you have fans, but it's like you can get new fans, and it's like that was me, but I'm doing this now, kind of thing.
But this was always me.
Yeah.
I just went and tried something new.
Was that just because like that was trending, or were you listening to artists that were like?
I was hanging with X. I went on the tour with them boys. Went to a couple of dates, I think 4, and that's why like it was like I was seeing them like, damn, this nigga like I know I could make music similar like stuff that he did. He jumped genres. He went from hip hop. He went to Spanish music. He went to rock music. I could get into that bag. Like so, I was like, damn, if I could gravitate to the fans that can take that shit, that's what I want.
You feel like you were kind of dumbing it down a little bit?
Had to. Like, I literally used to talk to them like, am I rapping too much about shit? Like, am I saying too much or something? Because it's like these niggas like, blah, 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 and then it's a song, and then niggas is 100,000 views on SoundCloud. So I was just like, damn.
Yeah. So what's the story of how you met X? Like, the first time you ever met him, like, it just basically...
So, first time I met X actually was at my neighbor house.
In Lauderhill?
No, I was living in OP at the time.
Okay.
I was living in OP. That's why I met the little nigga who called earlier. I was living in OP, and my neighbor, he knew Ski, and I knew Ski because I was I met him through him. So I was like dealing with Ski's dad, a little lean and shit. So I used to be buying that shit up. But he never had a phone, so it was hard to get in contact with him.
So he was selling lean, but he didn't have a trap one?
Yeah, he did not, bro. That shit, like I would have to call around and just find him, but. He one day cause they always would come over there and they'll be like, yo, Jug, pull up to my show. But I was like I said, I was in the streets. If I would have used to go to them shows, I probably would have been like way more deeper in that shit with them. But he used to come over there every day like, Jug, come to our show, but I wasn't really into that shit like that. So his Ski always would ask me, and I was like, all right, nah. But then he'd be like, yo, repost me. I repost him on Twitter, repost him on my page, on IG, all that. Like, still support, in my way.
Yeah.
But I just was so deep in the streets.
You're not pulling up to that physical stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't pulling up to I wasn't doing shows, bro. I was in the streets, so I was just trying to manage. But then one day I came over there and I see X. He was in the room with them and they was talking about going to the show. And he asked me again, and I was like, nah, I can't make it, bro. I gotta go. But that's the first time I met him. And then,
so you met him copping some lean?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then fucking later I seen him a year down the line after he got out of jail. I was with Tank and we went to, I think it was Club Heart or something.
And this after his mugshot went viral and everything?
Everything, and then he got out the same week he got out. That's when I had went to that club. Cause I was still having motion. I was already, bitch, I'm having money, so I'm in every scene, everybody
yeah.
So I'm hanging out and shit. And we go pull up at the club. He knew Tank from the hood and shit. But I don't know if he recognized my face, but he knew Tank from the hood. So we go backstage to the back door. They coming in. He was like, what's up, yo? Everybody got to get in. We get in there, we get backstage. It's a video of it. We get backstage and he was like, he seen Tank. He was like, yo, you still living in the hood?
Yeah, I seen that video.
And then, he shook him up. That's when I had met back with him and shit. We hung out. After that, we started hanging out nonstop. We went to the strip club for the first time. He went there with us.
I seen that video too. Yeah. He was throwing the money to the look at me.
And he was so generous because he was trying to give money to everybody. But me, I was like, he tried to hand me stacks of ones. I was like, nah, I pulled out my own bread. I'm always, because I don't want niggas to feel like I was using no.
You feel like there was some people around him that was like that?
I ain't gonna say I felt like that. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm coming at them, but it's always somebody around with their hand out, bro. And your job as the person to get the money is to figure out who's really there for more than just the money. Cause like, everybody can act like the money ain't the reason why niggas around, but it's what happens after that. Like what, like is this, that's enough for your loyalty? Is this enough for this? You gotta figure out who's really around and what their intentions are. So, you know, like I got my niggas around because most like you got like my nigga Joe, you got him, them boys, they not in the streets no way type farm, them boys doing their thing. And their intentions is always pure. They ain't coming around because of they, oh, Joe got this money, they got this. Them boys come around with pure intentions. Like my brother Ant comes around with pure intentions. Niggas who was working, bruh, and would come home every day and record my shit. Pure intentions. I ain't have to do nothing for that. I ain't have to pay you, I ain't have to nothing. You believe in shit before they seen all this shit before. So they was there before time. So now, this shit ain't nothing this ain't nothing new. They knew this was coming. So it's just like, damn, we finally get to do what we finna do.
Yeah, it's important to have good people in your circle. Like,
got to, like, you know, you mentioned Extortion gang, he was there. He's the only nigga from that shit who made it. Right there, they there.
Okay. So how did you end up going on tour with them?
Fucking Tank ended up getting real close with him. Like, we used to go to his house all the time and shit. And then Tank was like, yo, come on the tour. He was like, come on the tour. But, like, I'm always in the streets, so when they was leaving, I didn't leave from there with them from Florida. I ended up flying to Texas by myself. And I flew to Texas and then I met them at the first show. The first date, I was supposed to ride from there through the rest of the city. So we go to the first date.
And what the city is in?
We was in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Berg, I'm in the middle of an interview.
Oh shit, well call me after because we need to fix something on the Say Cheese video.
All right, I got you.
All right.
What happened? Business on the phone.
We fucking end up going to the Texas show. We get drunk as fuck. It's a video of that too. I'm on stage drinking straight out the bottle. We drunk as fuck. You know, it was lit. It was the first date.
And the crowd was there. Like, it was lit.
Bro, I never seen nothing like it. I swear, I couldn't. I was like, yo, this is what I want. I ain't gonna lie. So we go, we fuck it up, go crazy, and then we was about to leave. But I had drove with somebody that I knew out in Texas. We was in a BMW and shit. So I was like, we just gonna follow the bus. We end up leaving. We turn the corner right behind the bus leave, but we stopped because it was a girl in the car from Texas. It was her BMW.
Yeah.
She was in the car, we stopped. The bus ended up going ahead of us a little bit. So we go, we turn, we get to a light. The light turned green, we go. A truck runs past the light, ram the BMW, totaled that shit. Mind you, I'm drunk as fuck, so.
This is right after the show.
Right after the show, we supposed to be following them back to the Airbnb. The light, they run, boom. I'm kind of drunk, so I'm like, when the car smashed, I got hit by basically in the head from the car, so I black out. Wake up, the girl panicking, cause I didn't even know all this shit, mind you, cause I'm not from there. I'm
you think you just vibing with them?
The girl fucking like, yo, close the bag. Like, I wake up like, this shit like a movie, cause I'm like my business blurry, so I'm like, she's like, close the bag, the police is here. I was like, what's in the bag? The girl riding around with a gun and 2 peas.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, what the fuck? My first, I came to, I'm like, I'm about to take this bag and run. I'm out here in Texas, I'm about to leave with this shit. Then I ended up blacking back out, woke up to the paramedics like, you okay, sir? I was like, yo, what the fuck going on? Cause I keep blacking out and coming back forward. Then I see my homeboy with the neck brace on and shit. He getting towed away. I jumped.
He was in the back seat?
He was in the front seat.
Oh, she was in the back seat?
She was driving.
Oh,
You
was in the back seat.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And they end up taking him in the ambulance. I jump in the ambulance with him and go to the hospital and shit. I seen Wi-Fi in the hospital the same night.
Oh, that's the thing where he got like jumped allegedly or whatever they were saying?
Yeah, I seen him in that shit.
And that viral picture of him
The viral picture, yeah.
Oh my God. So y'all just messed Texas up.
Boom. And then they ended up going through a bunch of the cities. I had to stay out there for the accident and shit. I ended up living there for 2 months.
Just because of that?
Because of that shit, yeah.
Oh my God.
I had to end up moving out there. We got an apartment and shit. The nigga I was with, we fucking ended up, I stayed out there, but I had to deal with the like accident shit. Because we had to end up suing the person for running the light.
Oh yeah, so you gotta be there for all that.
So I had to do chiropractic and shit out there and all that shit. So I missed like 7 days, and then the next show was Cali. Flew again, boom, slid. But I ended up flying out there with a nigga that was beefing with somebody who was on tour with them. He didn't like him, so once we went to the LA show, we fucked out the LA show. That shit was lit as fuck. we wake up in the morning on the tour bus and shit, and we ready to go. I'm ready to go. But this is what was already in the plans.
So but now you're ready to get on the tour bus with them boys.
Yeah, I'm on the tour bus. I slept on the tour bus type shit. So we partied all night and shit. But I know this son because one of the artists came out, and we was talking about the night before. One of the artists came out, and he was like, yo, you still here? Not to me, to the other nigga that I bought. And I was like, damn, that's weird. So I walked to the store, I go get some grabber leaf, come back, X like, yo, y'all boys got to slide, ain't nothing personal, this not my tour bus. All this shit, I was like, damn, what the fuck happened? And then like, what the fuck transpired? So Ski, I was like, all right, whatever. You know, I'm not a big polo. I was like, whatever, it's cool.
But it was just because you was the dog. It wasn't
me, it was him. So I was just like, whatever. Boom, I ended up leaving. Before I left. Ski was like, yo, why you leaving? I was like, I don't know, something happened. The boy was like, leave. And Tank had just left. Tank just left. He had to go back to Florida, check on his probation and shit in his apartment or something. So he just left, and I left. So basically, once we jump on the plane, we get back to Texas. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He told me the story. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I would have never bought you if I knew this happened.
But he had like a whole big beef going on with one another.
Yeah, on some side shit. This is why I don't do features with artists or nothing, bro, because I don't want to be a part of your beef. I don't give a fuck. I ain't nothing. I don't want none of that deal with that. But that shit ended up happening. And then fucking literally the next night, that's when he got punched on stage because none of us.
Oh, that's when they went to, what city was that?
It was San Diego, right?
San Diego, yeah. That's where the Rob Stone thing.
I get a call from Waddy on the bus. They getting chased and shit. Ski like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I knew it. I was like, damn.
And it's right when you and taking them left.
Yeah. And you know, normally that's what we walk around the crowd. We're on stage like making sure nothing happening. You feel me? Because that's what we on.
Yeah, because X and Ski them, they like a little more.
Ski was, X, that nigga, I'll never tell you nothing. That nigga fade and he on his business. Ski, you know, they fade. You know, them boys been fighting and shit. It wasn't that. Like, they was in somebody else's city and they should have had they niggas that smoke, you know, that were ready for smoke like that.
Yeah, and that's what I meant.
I felt like, you know, Tank leaving, Tank was like the guardian angel. Like, that shit would have never happened if Tank was there. You feel me? Or if I was there, it would have never happened because I would have been right on the side of the stage. I would have body slammed Buddy off stage, man.
Yeah.
Like, it would have never happened. But
I think there was like conspiracies that like because they was in their city, they was saying they let the security let bro run up on stage and a whole bunch of shit.
All that shit. I'm sure it was. And that was the conversation me and Ski was having because he was like, bro, he don't know that these niggas is tapped in their city. He was telling me that before I jumped on the plane to leave from LA. He was like, they don't know. And I was like, bro, y'all boys be safe. And he called me as soon as the fucking shit happened. As soon as they got in and they was in the car leaving, he was like, bro, I fucking knew it was gonna happen. I was like, damn, bro, like I should have been there. Like, I told them, and he also said, like, let's get a police escort, which is smart. That ain't no.
Yeah, you on tour.
In the streets, you're on tour, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how deep in the streets you is, bro, secure yourself. Your life, nigga, you're the bag.
Yeah.
Secure yourself. Cause it was like, yo, yeah, you from the streets, but like, you gotta have that real security.
Yeah.
Like the level that he was at, they would have got the police. I would have got the police escort.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
all the artists be.
And then like we was traveling through LA, like the police ended up pulling us over, like hip hop police and shit, searching the car for X because of the Sprinter bands and his name and shit like that. But it was like, bro, a lot of madness is happening in the midst of all that shit. That's how that shit be happening on the road, like. And then I missed a lot of that tour. Boys got pulled, like in Minnesota somewhere, convoy. That's why that tour ended, because them boys went on the road and the niggas had started carrying guns and shit. Then they, you know, went to moving like this, but wrong. Feel me? Should have had niggas who got licenses and shit. Shit like that, but whatever.
I was about to ask you something about the tour, I forgot. Oh, so when you went back to Houston for the chiropractor, so did that girl ever get arrested for that? For the 2Ps and the
oh no.
Like her situation.
She didn't even search the bag.
Oh wow.
They didn't even search the bag. They like she grabbed it and she left the scene. Like we went in the ambulance, she left the scene. They ain't searched her bag or nothing. That shit was sealed and shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they ain't smell it.
No, they ain't smell it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was wild. And the people was drunk driving too. So
the other car?
Yeah, they fucked up all.
So you ended up getting the bag off of that?
Yeah, I got a little bag. It was like it wasn't that heavy. It was a little 10 bands.
Yeah, this is
straight though.
Yeah, it's better. I'd rather have that if I got into an accident than nothing.
Fuck that.
And so you remember where you were when they said about the ex-death situation? Like, where they?
I was with damn, who I was with? I think I was with Tank or somebody, dog. Cause I was right there. And we was on live with somebody who was like, yo, Ski was like, yo, you know X just got shot? And them boys, we just was supposed to meet up with them. And them boys was on live, but Ski, like, X just got shot. I was at the crib. I was with either Tank or somebody, I don't even fucking know when they were saying it, but I was with one of them boys. And they was like, yo, and then I pulled up on them boys at Bruno house, and then they was just like panicking and shit. I was like, damn.
That's right. I was in the hospital when that happened. I seen that on the news.
I was like, when them boys, when like they said he was there, I think I was at Bruno house. I think we pulled up over there just to like see where the fuck we was gonna go pull up on, cause that shit happened, but.
You feel like that's what caused like the whole members only, that kind of whole wave to die?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Like he was that wave. So when he died, that shit died with him.
Yeah, that whole like a whole genre of music.
I still see them boys like they cool. Like me cool. I ain't got no problem with them boys. I just felt like that whole genre died with him because it was like too tough on the world. Like people ain't even want to listen to music like that anymore because of him.
Yeah.
And then Juice WRLD like kind of was like almost a replacement, and then he died. So it was like, that was the end of it. It was done right there with that. Like whatever was left of it died with that. I don't even see people making music like that no more. I don't listen to it.
Yeah, if they do, nobody listens to it. That's the thing, like rap, like from that whole SoundCloud genre, it kind of turned into like you gotta make like real music now. I feel like nowadays if you want to rap, you gotta be
they finally like start letting the real people coming back to like from the street people coming back to the industry, but like that's kind of the problem too. You see they all going to jail. It's always somebody dying because you got a lot of real street guys that's jumping in this industry shit too now. So
yeah, you're right.
That wave definitely.
Take a throwback though a little bit. SoundCloud days. How'd you get the song with Lil Tracy? Lil Tracy's like a SoundCloud, like real underground legend.
So Lil Tracy, he had came to Miami for some show or something, and he was in a hotel, and they kicked him out the hotel. And my little homeboy knew him, so he called him, because I guess that was the only person he knew down here, which was the little nigga. And the little nigga called me, because I'm the only nigga with motion. Yo, like, I'm with this nigga, he need a hotel. So I slide to Miami, we link up with them boys on the corner, pick them up. I was like, what the fuck?
So the boys just standing on the street.
I would pick them boys up in the car. I was like, damn, what the fuck y'all doing out here? Boom, I book a hotel on South Beach. Book a hotel, tell them boy they could stay there. And then, but we had like this nigga who was investing in like, who was helping me invest in the little niggas with the rap shit.
Okay, and that whole.
He lived in Sunny Isles, and we was living there in Sunny Isles like a year. So I was like, yo, cause they was like young and shit. So I was like, yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to stay, y'all could just stay in this nigga condo instead of me renting this hotels every day. So boom, I took them from there to the condo. They lived there for a little bit. Then I took him from there to Bruno house. And then he lived there for a little bit. Like I just was jumping him around the spots that I knew like he could.
So how long was this going on for like a month?
It was months, but he stayed there.
So he was just
getting paid shows and shit. But then like, after all that, he was like, yo, I gotta do something for this nigga. So we go to the studio and I was like, yo, I'm dropping a song. I let him lead the song and then I jumped on it.
Damn.
SV had produced it.
That's a way deeper story than what I thought. I thought you were gonna be like, he was in Miami, he was charging for a feature. I hit him up for the feature. That's like some whole like.
Hell nah. And then Buddy, like, he did the video and that. Like, we ended up partying for like 2 days, like drinking, doing drugs, and fucking hanging out with
for
bitches.
the music video, right?
Nah, we just was doing that. That's just how we was living.
The music video looked like.
And then like we woke up, I was like, yo, let's shoot a music video about what we just did last night. Like that was the song it was about. Like woke up, I was geek because that's what we was doing. So we was like, let's shoot the music video like that. And we went to Bruno's house. I was like, Bruno, I'm with Tracy, bro. Like, we want to do a video. He's like, come through. Slid there, did the video, the porn stuff. That shit would have been more rated X, but rated R, but we had to dumb it like down from YouTube.
Yeah,
they was doing some shit, bro.
I
was real porn stars.
Yeah, I saw they were like really like eating each other out.
Like they was real porn stars, bro. That shit was lit.
Yeah. And Splurge too. You know, Splurge was like really buzzing in Texas, and you got a good feature with him like at the height of his career. How did that even like? That's crazy.
Street shit. Like I had a manager and Buddy was in the studio calling. He called hit for some weed and perks and shit. My manager like, can you get some from him? I was like, yeah, got you. Boom, pull them shits up. Slide, give Buddy a QP for us, something like that.
And he was down here?
Yeah, he was down here. We went to DJ Khaled's studio. Pull up on him, boom, gave him the perk. He wanted like 10, 15 perks. Gave him the little weed, bomb. And he did the feature.
Yeah.
Like that.
Why do you think he fell off? From your manager, not your rapper brand, from your manager brand.
What, him or?
Him, like, you know, he was really, really big, and then like now he's like,
There's a lot behind it. I ain't, it ain't my business. I know why.
Oh, you know.
But it ain't my business to talk about other people's business. I think he's still doing his thing. You feel me? So
He still be dropping?
he still be dropping.
I never really seen him on like. I don't say T was pushing him heavy, and that's like say T stopped posting him.
It's a whole.
Oh, it's some whole shit, but okay.
That's why you got that business shit, bro. You gotta really keep your head in the game, cause you could fuck up a whole lane of shit just with a business decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel.
So in all of like you buzzing like in the Broward rap scene and like being with X and all them boys, when did you meet Lito?
I known Lito since I was in middle school. We went to middle school together. So me and him, we went to middle school together. Like we all was in the same classes and shit. But that's how.
Oh, so Lito's just like your dog kind of shit.
Yeah, from my childhood type shit.
Yeah, he's like a good chess piece. So that's crazy how like you know him. And he's like a crazy chess piece to know about like so much stuff that's going on.
I introduced him to that shit. I wouldn't lie. I introduced him to that stuff. Like, you know, I was in the music industry, so I introduced him to a lot of people that I knew that got him closer to people he needed to know, and that's what happened.
It took off. He's like the man.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the craziest event he ever invited you to?
The Kodak shit, cause I got the cypher and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
I've been to a lot of shit with him. Like, I done been to like Lil TJ, Roddy Rich, and a lot of shit, bro. Like, I've been to like
just a bunch of music videos.
The girl Bill, I went to her music video.
Bill.
She wanna make it's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I met a lot of people through him actually. I've been a lot of people now.
So what led to that Kodak freestyle session? Was that like a music video shoot?
Yeah, we was at a music video shoot. I was an extra. I did it because Lito called me and shit. I was an extra, but I was out there gambling with his homeboys. I forget, Jay Dirty and I forgot his name, dog. Big Fredo.
Big Fredo and Jay Dirty.
Jay Dirty. I was gambling with them boys. I had to rate them boys on the dice and shit. So we would fuck with each other when we was inside and shit, talking and shit. So I was like kind of acquainted with their circle and shit. So when I went over there, they was kept, hey man, they rap and shit. And then I just, yeah.
So was there other like people freestyling before you?
Yeah,
or was
it was a cypher. It was like, there's a lot of people rapping. I ain't even was going to rap. I ain't even rap that long. I ain't even want to like.
They kind of made you
let
rap.
that shit, yeah, like. I ain't want to let that shit define who I was out there, cause like some people was freezing up, some people was like, but I'm used to that shit. But at the moment I just wasn't even in the game. I was out there for 6 hours waiting and shit.
And then they like freestyle in front of Kodak. You're like, oh, the fuck.
I'm like, hold on, man. I'm tired. I'm high. I've been smoking and drinking.
Did you freestyle or was it a verse?
I freestyle. No, I just off the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you met Kodak too? Mm-hmm. How was that? How's you?
He cool. Like he a humble nigga, bro. Like. He do his thing, fam. He ain't like industry as fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can fuck with that boy.
Still like Broward. I see over like the past like quarter of 2022, you've been really going hard like social media wise, like moving more as a rapper. Mm-hmm. And I feel like since you dropped the song Riding on your YouTube, I feel like that's been like the new generation of like Jugglord and where your music's going. Type
shit, like it was where that's actually where I started finding it. Like when I got out of jail, me and this nigga was locked in the studio for 3-4 months. I was on house arrest, so we was every day. I bought a studio in the crib. Boom, we was recording every single day, and that's how I found my sound. Around that time, that's when I first started. Like I ain't write a motherfucking thing. Any song you hear, I put out. Anything you gonna hear in the future, off the head. I don't put it on the pen.
So you never write.
No more. I stopped writing in like 2019. Was the end of 2019, when that's when I met him, and we did the first song. And I was in the studio like, I'm not gonna write no more. Cause I was walking into studios and niggas was just jumping on the mic. I was like, I need to learn how to do that. And then I, like, with the Splurge song, that's what like was just around that time. That's when I was like testing that shit, testing and going in the studio. Like I would write the chorus and then do the verse.
You can tell a difference in your music too since you started doing it.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. Like I got a lot of new music finna come out, not just hardcore music, shit that come from the soul, bro. Like.
Yeah, like the shit you do.
Experience that shit to be there, fam.
Yeah, like the shit with Deuce too. It's real diverse.
Yeah,
like
that was like, you know, cause it was a little different. But like the shit that I'm finna put out, like I'm gonna put out a couple hardcore songs, cause you know that's what the streets want, and that's what the industry like. But I got music, dog, that'll touch your soul. It'll make you cry.
For real?
Shit, yeah, like, cause it's all real shit, like about real time, like everything that I did in them songs, like I would go out and then go home and record, or before, like we'll be doing something in the middle of the day, and I'm like, all right, we just throwing a lot of shit today, like let me drop, and like I did that shit for 3 months straight, and I got like 40 songs.
And he's all in the vault.
And in the vault, I just recorded them shits. Like right now, like I recorded all of them myself. Like most of them, I did all of them at the crib too. Every song you'll hear that's gonna be on this DTH Chronicles mixtape, I did it by myself at the crib. I recorded it, and then somebody touched it up afterwards. I recorded it myself, like straight freestyle out the head, everything.
Yeah. So you just said you did all that after, not all that, but like you started going hard after you had got out. And I seen your song First Doubt. You said how you caught him be the case. What was that all about? How long were you locked up for?
I was locked up for a month, but I only got out because my mom told my probation officer and the judge that my grandfather died. And we used that to get me out on a furlough. And I just didn't go back to jail because it was COVID-19.
Yeah.
So it was actually a furlough for 1 day. I was supposed to go out, go home, go to the funeral, go back to jail type of shit.
Like, fuck no.
But then my lawyer, I ended up, because I went with a public defender and I was locked up for a minute. I was like locked up for the first 10 days. I was like, because they was trying to give me a bond, because they thought I was being negligent because I didn't want to do drug programs. But I was like, yo, I'm working. I lied to you. I'm working, bro.
What'd you get locked up for?
Cocaine. Cocaine.
And they treating you different.
And weed. But yeah, that cocaine shit, bro, like that's why I would never dabble with that stuff at all, bro. Because cocaine and all that shit, they fucking want to put you under the jail. So I can imagine niggas who doing other shit, bro. Cause they, you know, that shit is different, bro.
Yeah, super different. But you got out on the furlough and then...
I ain't go back because my lawyer convinced them, like, oh, just let him get out on the ankle monitor. And he could just sit on the ankle monitor until y'all figure out whatever y'all want to do with the probation, whether he should serve time or sit on probation. And then they gave me an option after I got out. Do I want to go sit and do 3 months, or do I want to finish up my probation? Was like 7 months, and I had to do the house arrest for 3 months. So I was just like, you know what, I'd rather be out.
Yeah.
So I just stayed out and did the probation for 7 months and the house arrest. And after that, I just was like, fuck that. Let me just do some legal shit.
And that was the public defender that did all that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you got.
I thought I was in there for like 10, 12 days. I hired a lawyer because public defender, she was busy, dog. It was COVID-19, so she was busy, and I was like, I hired a lawyer and got her in 2 days. So that's just, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What do you, because you've been, I'm assuming, like, not to say that you're a criminal or not, but I'm assuming you've had your run in with the law. Yeah. Like, you know, people be shitting on public defenders. You say public defenders aren't really that bad? Like,
they're not bad. I would do, if I ain't had motion, you feel me?
You let them ride?
Like, the lady, she would have been good if she wasn't busy, because she was trying to get shit done, but it was like, I want to go home. Yeah. My son's birthday in a couple days, man, I want to be out of here.
So I got some questions I'm gonna throw off you and just see how you feel about it. So I see you drinking and smoking. You prefer weed or lit more?
Weed. I mean, I've been smoking weed since I was 10.
That's your first time smoking at 10? What was that story?
One of the OGs, I was just on the phone with him on the way here, bro. Nemo, he brought us to the forest. You know, you from the forest?
Yeah, the
forest. Back forest.
Yeah,
it used to be a clubhouse in that shit.
I heard.
Yeah, we used to go there, and like when I was 10, we went there, and he had bought some weed over there and shit. And I was like, what is that? He was like, just hit it, man, just hit it. And we was in, it was
you
like
were 10, and how old was he?
I don't even know, maybe 15.
Oh my God.
So he was like, just hit it. And I was like, all right. Boom, I hit that shit. I was fried. I ended up falling out the tree, go to the store, bought all these snacks and shit. Then I kept asking them, I was like, do I look high? They're like, yeah. I was like, all right, whatever. I went home. And my mom thought I was tired. And I went in the house and went to sleep because it was my first time smoking.
Yeah. And what's your go-to corner store snacks too? Like say you leave in the studio and it's like a late night and you're not finna get no food, but you're hungry.
I used to snack crazy, but like, I've been watching my weight, so I ain't gonna lie, but I probably hit like for chips, Slim Jims and shit, ice cream sometimes, but I stopped that shit. That snacking shit gone.
That's like what added to the weight?
Yeah.
I noticed you lost a lot of weight since like the little Tracy, like those type of days until now.
Bro, I lost, like since 4 months ago, I probably lost 35 pounds.
Oh.
But I've been in the gym.
Just working out, that's how you been, that's a secret?
Work out. I don't work out all the time. I act like I'm no animal, but I work out. I go to the gym, I got a trainer. I try to watch what I eat. I don't eat no steak, none of that shit. I don't eat red meat.
Oh, really?
Because that shit don't It don't filter through my body right, so I just don't eat it.
You notice the difference when you stop eating red meat and like your production as a human?
For sure. That shit. It's not like I'm shitting on it, because it's not like I'm a vegetarian or nothing, but I cannot eat red meat. That shit don't filter through my body right. So after I stopped eating it, that's how I started losing weight. I stopped meat for like 3 months and then dropped 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, all right.
What's your go-to food spot in Broward? Like iconic food spot that you gotta hit up when you hungry?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know. Iconic Broward food spot that I.
In your opinion, though, like say like an artist was coming from like New York and they was coming to Broward, he's like, oh, we gotta go here, bro.
Down in Broward, I'd say like Trap Bocce. Fuck with Trap Bocce. Them niggas, I went to school with the nigga who owned that shit. I go to like Trap Bocce, fucking like Brothers Barbecue over there. Shit. Like lately, I've been on my hot class shit, dog. I've been hitting the motherfucking, Salt Bays and shit. I ain't been to Salt Bays.
Like those type of restaurants?
Yeah, like we went to Poppy State, bro. Like I like that energy, bro. It's like you just feel different when you go in those spots. People know that you here and you having a good time. It ain't no bad energy. Ain't nobody hating on nobody. Like I like, even though I don't even eat meat, nigga, we was just ordering. We ordered $1,000 steak anyway with my brother's birthday, so it was whatever, bro. I don't eat red meat, but enjoying our lives, bro.
I never thought about that. Like them high class restaurants, the energy do be different.
It is different, bro. Like the owner was walking around that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, he shook my hand and shit while we at the table.
Yeah.
It was some other famous people was there next to us. They was having trouble with their bill, but I ain't gonna say anything. I was offering to pay some of it. I was like, yo, y'all, should I get them $500? Cause they looking like they struggling over there. They was like, Black, you better fucking chill, you drunk. Like, I was like, nah, I was just trying to shit on niggas.
Yeah.
Cause it's that year, for sure.
2023.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you said in your other interview that you like saved up $100K multiple times and like you
lost it all and went through it. This time though, we gonna hold it. We gonna hold it down, bro. Niggas gonna. I promise you, bro. Before summer here, I'm gonna have 70,000 of jewelry on my neck for sure. Mm-hmm. At least another 10, 15,000 worth of bracelets. I got the watch already. So I'm finna step down how them saying everybody, cause everybody had their little come ups and they were trying to shine, but I rather like do the business. I got the businesses right now. So everybody wanted to go buy jewelry then. Now we got our businesses right.
Yeah.
We making legal money, and niggas is
they still
struggling.
stuck. Yeah.
Nah, niggas is trying to figure out what to do, but come join the team, man. DTH, down to hustle. Mm-hmm. See the motion.
What's some tips you would give to some people to like help them save more money? Somebody's trying to run up $100K and they hustling, making money, not even illegally.
Stay down, illegal or legal. Legal, stay down, bro. Don't always get distracted by what people doing. Social media is the worst thing could happen to like people, cause like everybody wants to live like the next person. They don't never think they got enough, and that's why some people crash out before you see the $1 million. That's why I would say stay down till you come up, meaning like, bro, hustle, grind. Stop trying to cut a corner, cause it ain't no cutting the corners. You gotta grind. But like I was doing shit for years before I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no cutting corners. Keep grinding and make sure that put up more than you spending. Like me, I'm a person who if I'm making like 5,000, I'm gonna put up 4. I'll bubble off this 1,000 and make money during the process, but I'm gonna put up 4,000 if I made that shit this week. If I made that shit this month. If it was a month I made $5,000, I'm gonna put up 4 and then I'm gonna spend that 1 and whatever I can make else change, nigga. I'll stop eating, nigga, 3 times a day, nigga. I'll go to eating 1 time a day, nigga.
Just to put up more.
Nigga, like, yeah, that's just it. Like, you gotta know when to humble yourself. Like, that's how I went broke a couple times. Like, thinking like the money slowed down. I wasn't like making $10,000 a month no more, but I was still living like it. You know what I'm saying? And that shit dried up real quick. It was like, you down. I had to sell my jewelry at some point. Like, I had Cuban link bracelets and shit. Mm-hmm. I had to sell that shit. Other chains, I had to sell it, get back on point. And I don't regret none of that shit, cause that shit made me humble. Now the jewelry I got, nigga, ain't no point to sell it, cause I put up enough money that I can handle everything I need to do. I wouldn't like going to my last dollar wouldn't even result into me going to jewelry. I got businesses, I got cars.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch of other
assets, you know. Yeah. Now I'll do that before I gotta put up my jewelry, but I don't think I won't. This shit is material, and you can always get it back. You know what I mean?
You think you have an addiction to jewelry?
No. Hell no. I don't, bro. I'm not even a nigga who will walk in a jewelry store and be like, let me get this fucking watch cash. I'll be like, can I put this on layaway? I'll be back in a month or two. I ain't even pressed to impress a motherfucker, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'm gonna get the jewelry. Like, I got my chain, snowman chain, getting made right now, bro. I still owe $15,000.
Like a Jeezy snowman chain?
Big ass, 200 grams. These niggas, man. I had to. I tapped in with Jeezy on the gram. I told that nigga, man, look, I'm getting the snowman chain, cause you niggas, I'm back.
That's hard.
Yeah, for real.
Jeezy's hard too.
But, yeah, I fuck with Jeezy. I'm trying to get him on my little song right now. He want to tap back in. Jeezy.
Listen, what's your thoughts on? I got a couple like hip hop drama things going on. I want to get your thoughts on it real quick. You can run through it or you can elaborate on it. Got like one of the hottest artists out of Florida. Then fucked his face up for snitching. Real Boston Richie. Would you still do a song with Real Boston Richie right now?
I'm a real nigga, bro. Like, I respect the game, bro, but no.
Nah.
No. Yeah, I ain't. And I got a video on my Instagram with Buddy, but I took it down.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, I live this shit. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not in the streets as much no more, cause I'm trying to go 100% legit. I'm not in the streets like doing the street shit. So, but if I was like doing what he was doing, fam, there's no way I'm finna be like telling shit. I don't care if the judge was like, he go 100 years. If you don't tell us, you can get out tomorrow, nigga. I'm gone. I told that story to my mama this morning. Like, this is my life. I don't give a fuck what a nigga think. I don't care who. Feds, DA, I don't give a fuck what you is. This is what I chose to do, so I'ma stand on this shit no matter what. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So he ain't stand over them boys, got him down on paperwork. So with me, personally, I just won't do it. I ain't got no problem with him and none of that, but that just ain't the way
politics wise.
You feel me?
Yeah. You know who Queso is from the Jacksonville rap scene?
Queso.
Young and Ace's like shooter.
Yeah. I don't listen to his music, but I see his situation. I seen his dad snitching on him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Your daddy?
That shit crazy.
Nigga, you live your life. Let your son live.
If anything, I feel like if anything, the dad's supposed to take the charge.
I'm gonna take this shit to the door for my son. Like, I do that for niggas I'm around every day. So, for a nigga like your daddy, come on.
Yeah. I see you fuck with Trump as president. I see you on Twitter. You be saying we need him back for like the economy.
I know, like, yo, because when that boy's around, bro, this shit wasn't so fucked up. Now you got more jackers than scammers now, cause like these niggas can't figure it out. This shit dried up right now.
You let the country was just more motion with Trump.
Bro, like, yeah, you know, for them, you know, that was their emotion. And I felt like it was just a good time. Like, it was a good time. Everybody used to hate on it, but the times was good, man. My man's Chucks was in the building.
Yeah, I agree. Gas was cheaper. Everybody was making money. I don't know. He gave out the real money.
I ain't here to judge because I got my own life and past. So I don't give a fuck what buddy doing. He was a good president as far as it went. I can't even lie. Like, they wanted to hate and he was racist and all this. I get it, but as far as politics went and the economy, shit was good. Yeah. Life was good for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, even on it, bro. People who ain't never had money in their lives have money.
Yeah,
like,
literally getting free money.
My little brother was one of the people who would get unemployment money. Like, did shit he never would ever do in his life again. You see what I'm saying? So, shout out to that nigga, man.
I see. Is this still your top three in order? Jay-Z, Wayne, and Drake.
Yeah. But we're gonna say Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Drake. You know what I mean? In that order. I don't care who like it. And I fuck with Jay-Z as a businessman.
Oh, you put Jay-Z up there more because of his business, becoming a billionaire?
Yeah, you know, he handled his shit, but like musically, I grew up on Lil Wayne. And then Drake became my favorite artist. So Like musically, I'm gonna go with Wayne, Jay-Z, then Drake. And there's a lot of other people who could be in front of that, but that's my list, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what I felt like growing up was like, you know, Wayne held the game down for 20 years. Drake followed through right behind him.
Yeah, now he's been holding it down.
Jay-Z, somebody who had the game for 20 years type shit. Now he elevated himself into business. He running with the NFL, so, you know, Lil Wayne.
Drake's still your favorite artist, right? You said
50 Cent? Somebody said 50 Cent. That's crazy. 50 Cent. I just had a discussion like
50 Cent.
50 Cent up there, bro. He like top 10. So.
I like Many Men might be the greatest rap song of all time.
I love that song.
That song might be up there.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. Yeah, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The reason you can relate to that, and then I love the movie, because it gave you more insight on his life. I got a documentary coming too, DTH, the documentary. My man's shooting that. LML Savage. You already know, dog.
What's the date on that coming out?
Yeah, he's still shooting it, because we wait until...
wait until the blow.
Wait until we get on that private jet this year, and then we just gonna say, yo, here you go. We gonna drop it.
So I see you got veneers. Are those veneers or is it something
veneers,
else?
You know.
So what's the process like that from start to finish as far as booking it, traveling to get it?
I don't know, but I traveled out the country because I was bored. I want to live a little, so I want to see what the countries look like. I just got a passport last year, so I went to a different country to get my teeth done.
But did you look it up like before you went?
Seen that bit on TikTok.
So you did the whole TikTok package?
I seen that bit on TikTok. I was like, yo, I'm out, man. I'm finna go do this shit.
You wasn't scared about going to like a whole what country did you go to?
Mexico.
You weren't scared like that maybe they hospital or whatever it is like
you know, like when I move, like how I moved down here in Broward or anywhere in Miami, bro, I always try to move the best way possible. Meaning like I'm gonna go to the best hotel, like I'm gonna valet my car out front. I'm not
that too. I'm talking about
I rented a car when I was there, so I didn't have an Uber, none of that. I rented a car, moved through the city where I knew I had to move. Like I made a call to my homeboy to see where the area was good, where I was at. I'm straight there, like, you good. Like, that's a place to be.
That too. I meant like medical, like cleanliness.
No, like, you know, it's on you gotta be observative. Like when I went there, I'm making sure like the shit they were using was sterilized, you know. Like the guy who did my teeth, Buddy, used to work for some famous person.
So he was super legit.
Super legit. Like Buddy they was on point. Like I would send people to them. But, you know, I ain't even giving up my secret, so fuck you.
So when you walk in to get your veneers, like, okay, I'm Jugglord, I'm here to get my veneers. What do they do?
I showed them the money. They was like, come over here. And then, boom, they walked us to the office. They counted up the cheese, signed papers and shit for, like, local anesthesia and shit for your teeth. And in the back, they did it. It was like 4 hours and a half or something. That shit.
So they give you anesthesia, they shave down your teeth and basically just
you
put
don't go to
veneers
sleep, though. You woke the whole time.
Oh, for real? You felt it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. So it hurt?
People be lying because I guess they want to be tough. I don't deal with my teeth, bro. That shit hurt it. It was
and they had to shave them down and just put the ones in?
I ain't get my teeth shaved because I ain't need to. My teeth wasn't big from the start. Like, they slightly shaved my bottom teeth just to, like, fix my overbite.
Oh, okay. So they already had them ready when you were there?
No. They made them bitches on the spot. That's why I take so long on the spot. Hell no. On the spot, they did them shits, fitted me, like, showed me how they would look. Like, they did test runs. What color do you want? Like, natural color? You want bright white? Then they did it right there at each end of it. Like, that shit was a long-ass process, bro.
What would you say, like, from when you walked in, what time did you walk in and when did you leave?
Bro, I walked in at 11:30. I left that shit like 6 o'clock.
Damn.
Because they wanted to take videos of me and my little shit, you know?
Yeah, for their social media. All right, tell me this story. I seen this on your Twitter the other day. I was doing research. I'm going to set the scene for you. You at the KFC Plaza in North Lauderdale, and a man runs up on you with a knife, and you beat him up. The police pull up and beat him up. What happened?
That shit was too funny, dog. Because, you know, it's crazy. That's what, like, my path, bro. It's amazing because God done got me right in so many. I just left the house and I don't leave the house without my gun. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather get caught with that shit than without it. I ain't leaving the house without my gun. For some reason, I was like, I asked too. I said, should I take my gun with me? No, we're going to Walgreens to take passport pictures. Why you need a gun? this the first time all week I ain't grab my gun and leave the house.
Yeah.
We get there, we take the pictures, everything. I'm trying to get past my pictures to go out of town. We go there. I walk outside. I go to my car. This nigga like staring at me, talking shit. Like, fuck, nigga, this.
Well, you think he was like fried, or was he like a normal person?
I don't know what he was on. He was
for sure fried though.
So he was like, fuck, nigga, this, that. And I'm like, what? So this nigga jump over a bush, rock up to me, come to my face. He said, he was just talking shit, and then I said, what? He's like, what the bumble comes up? Oh, I just got off on his ass.
He had a knife in his hand the whole time?
He had a knife in his hand. I didn't even see the knife until I grabbed him and was about to drop him on the floor. I grabbed him, I punched him in the face with my left, and then I grabbed that nigga, I was about to drop him, and the police pull up. But that's when I finally seen the knife. After I hold both his arms together, I looked down and seen the knife, because he was doing like this, like trying to get to me.
Yeah.
I was about to drop him on his fucking head, though, and the police like, just let him go. And I pushed him toward the police. He swings the knife like this at the nigga. Swing the knife at the police. The police, I ain't gonna lie, this shit was too funny. The police duck that shit and get in the boxing stance and went there. Pum, pum, pum. And Buddy stumbled, and then he hit him again. Pum, pum, he hit the floor. The cop jumped on top of him, grabbed his hand.
So the cop dropped him?
Dropped him. The cop grabbed his hand and the cop grabbed him, and he was on top of him, and then he started to start grabbing the cop. So I stepped on his hand and kicked the knife out of his hand, like, boom. And then I stepped out, I'm like, yo. At first, before the cop, like, while the cop, I'm like, yo, shoot this nigga. This nigga is like crazy. He lost it. He trying to like, this is the first, like, it's not, like, sometimes people be like, oh, the cop, like, this was a moment.
He needed to get shot.
Like, that's a moment, like, where, like, the cop, if he had did his job, I would have been there, like, on the news, like, yeah, this guy was crazy, man. This cop just had to stand up for us. We was gonna die. He had to walk the 4 cars in traffic, walked up to their cars, stabbed their tires, stabbed their windows, like other cars. They had been calling the police all day.
Oh, so
I basically say today that he was doing that shit. He was walking up the whole block.
So he was just being a menace to society.
People. Yeah, and then he walked up to me and got that business. Bing, bing, I had done. But he was looking crazy.
That's crazy.
But like they kept trying to get me to show up to court for Buddy, but I was like, yo, he finna do time anyway. I'm not. Y'all don't need. Y'all don't need my testimony. Y'all don't need that. He going to court. He tried to stab the police. That shit all on body cam. He out of here.
Yeah.
I never showed up to court.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So,
I've never been on no court document at all.
I was about to say you'd have brought you up. Once you would have blown up,
my paperwork,
brought that up.
Never.
I knew you were saying you want to like really like make sure you're working with people who's serious and you want to start working with like really more major artists. But who's some upcoming rappers that's like coming up that like you can see yourself collabing with us, like you feel with their music?
SYC Jam, like that's one of the little niggas I fuck with. There's a couple other niggas I ain't gonna even like get into the politics because like I said, the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna.
But it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of little niggas I fuck. I fuck with some niggas in Bride, like Deuce Uno. You know, Deuce Uno, that's my boy. He got the little deal now, so he about to be motion out here, man. Y'all about to tap in. It's a couple other niggas, but like I said, I'm here for me. It's my year. 2020.
What about mainstream? Like you making a big project, you got money to put up for the features. Who you trying to get on it?
Future.
Future?
That like Future. My ESTG, I fuck with him. I like his music and shit. Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Kodak for sure. Like me and Kodak gotta do something. You know, I'm tapped in with them boys in the streets. You know, through a couple people I know. So we hopefully get that feature someday.
It'll
soon,
for sure.
This year type shit. Not like, yeah.
So what's your plans for 2023? I know you got the new single with the video Down the Hustle. It's gonna be out now. It's gonna be out now by the time the video's
12.
out.
You know what I mean? Drop it. This year I'm like foot on their neck. You know what I mean? We got the paper, we got the team, we got the push, we got the engine, we got everything. So we finna just drop. Like I'm gonna drop one video Friday, and then I'm gonna drop another video in probably 2 weeks or a month at the most. Like I'm gonna just keep my foot on their neck this year, cause I ain't do no music last year. I was working on the business part of shit, getting my image together, and now everything all together. Feel me?
Any new project? When there's like a new project you think you have an idea for?
I'm gonna do an EP.
I know you were supposed to drop in September. Last September, but then they got pushed back.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do an EP. Shit only get better. I'm gonna do like a 5-song EP. Then I wanna drop the DTA Chronicles mixtape, but I wanna drop that with like my documentary and everything, cause I want them to see and feel that shit. That
Yeah,
shit,
the DTH gotta be like some real big, like a big movement.
And I
type
ain't even
shit.
like pressed about no features on that shit, nothing, cause this shit real, bro. This like my life on the track. Like, hear me.
That's all the questions I have for you today, though, bro. Anything you want to say to anybody watching the video right now?
Man, we down to hustle, #1, and we on your neck all 2023. Shout out my nigga Killer Cam, cause he from my hood too. So
yeah,
y'all make sure y'all tap in, bro. We always trying to make sure home team winning. We about that loyalty and keeping it 100. That's it.
For sure. Yeah, boy, check out all his social media link down below. Everything from the SoundCloud to the Apple Music to the Instagram to the Twitter, where you can see his tweets, which are pretty funny.
I'm gonna start tweeting more, bro, and getting into this social media shit. Like I said, I got more time on my hands. So.
Oh, you on TikTok?
Yeah, I just started. I actually was like doing some shit about my little breakup on there, and that shit went a little bit viral.
It's easy, not easy to go. It's easier to go viral.
It's like this nigga did a remix to it. He's like, and you out here now, brother, like some funny ass shit, and that shit like everybody picked up on that shit. But y'all follow my TikTok too, man. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, bro. I ain't got no Facebook for y'all. I got my own personal shit, but I don't want y'all on my shit. Yeah.
Everything that you guys need to know gonna be linked down below for sure. So
in the link. So make sure y'all press that.